The following video, I'm going to show you how to commission a Sungrow residential system. Now, it's pretty much the same deal whether you're single phase or three phase, or whether it's just grid connect, or if it's hybrid. Obviously, if it's hybrid, there's a battery, there's an extra setting or two. So we're going to commission a hybrid system here. Obviously, if it's grid, there's a couple of steps you don't need to worry about. So the first thing we're going to have to do is log into our iSolarCloud app as the installer using your installer account. And as always, on the top right hand corner, there's a little plus symbol. You just press that and then start. Now we're going to set up the iSolarCloud here first, so I'll put the plant name in and let's just call it Sungrow AU Test Center. There we go, because that's where we are. It's not the canter, it's the center. Okay, there we go. Plant type, in this case now normal residential PV if you're just doing a grid, or residential energy storage, which is what we're doing now, and I'll confirm that. PV installed power, I'm just going to put, it is a 10 kilowatt system, so I'm going to put just say 5 kilowatts in there, 5.0, and I'm going to scroll down and it has automatically detected the address, or you can enter that manually. Country, region, Australia, time zone, we will have to change the time zone, and we are in Canberra, Melbourne, Sydney. Yeah, that's where we are now, so I'm going to select that. NMI, now if you are doing a backstop in certain states, you will be required to put in the NMI. We don't need to do that right now, so I'm going to leave it blank. I'm going to leave the module information blank at the moment, and next one down the list is the owner's email address. The system will send them an email on how to log into the iSolarCloud. So I'm just going to make up an email address, test@sungrow.com. There you go, that's just a bogus email address. And I have obtained authorization from the owner, so you need to check that there like that. Grid connection type, select that, and as always, self-consumption. Okay, confirm. Grid connection date, which is today's date, and you can upload a plat image if you want. So that's fine, we're going to save and continue, and that will create the iSolarCloud plant. Now it's telling me to scan the QR code in the dongle. There we go. Confirm, and we're going to connect to the customer's network next. So I'm going to tap network. It will scan for available networks on the 2.4 gigahertz for your customer's modem. So you need to get the password obviously from the customer. So I'm going to select the one here, which is this one here, and there's a little, if you look, it says please enter, just along at the right hand side of that, there's a little kind of like I closed symbol, so you just tap that and you'll be able to see the characters you enter. So I'm going to enter the local password, which is 1872699, like that, and confirm. And it will tell me to press the little button which is just above the LEDs in the dongle. Press once, like so, and then continue. Now, what it's going to do now is the dongle is going to connect to the home network and up to the iSolarCloud server, which is in Australia. And that tells me that we have connected. So, device initialization, it is a test device here, it's already been initialized, but what you would normally do is you tap the device initialization and it would take us to the grid settings. Okay, so grid standard, it is on Australia. It will have the power company as blank, so I'm going to select Australia A, like that. And it will set, so it depends whereabouts in Australia you are, whether it's A, B or C, so you need to set that. and it will configure the system to the Australia A standard, and it will automatically upload all the defaults of the settings. You don't need to do anything more. Now, next one down, feed-in power. If there is no power limitation, you don't need to worry about that, but there might be a feed-in limitation, so we're going to do that anyway. So I'm going to enable feed-in power limitation. I'm going to set the feed-in power limit at 5 kilowatts. And I'm going to set the other system at 5 kilowatts. Set successfully. Okay, so you can see here that the feed-in power is 5 kilowatts, and it's the power ratio is 33% because it's a 10 kilowatt inverter. Backup mode is disabled by default, normally like that, so you want to enable the backup mode. Now this is for hybrids only, obviously, if you have set up backup wiring circuits. And then continue. And device initialization is all done. So we're pretty much done there. There are other things that you can want to add another device. Now this is where you have another Sungrow system on the same plant. You can tap the plus and add device, but of course we don't have one here, so I'm just going to save and exit like that. Oh, here we are, Sungrow AU Test Center. Now it's not going to show any data for a little while. It's going to take a few minutes for data to actually start to show up on the iSolar cloud, so you can come back to that in a few minutes. So here we see some data coming up already onto the iSolar cloud, and you can see the system's working well. It's providing power to charge the battery, and because we have no loads, as it's a test center, we're exporting to the grid. And that's all you need to do.